Muslims. We never see the fact that Muslims were slaughtered in greater numbers and died first. We don't see any reference to that. What we should be discussing is the actual history. And if people disagree about history, then we should be having extended debates in other fora, obviously.
Professor Elshtain, we've only got about 3 minutes left.
What happened in history has the traces. The Armenian killed during that period the Muslims is a new legend. There were in Russian army Armenian volunteers, but Muslims killing by the Armenians, it is a legend. It is not true. And
what happened in 19...
There were Armenians who fought back.
I'm not finished.
There was not true.
There was revenge act. There was revenge act of revenge of Armenians up 1918, 1919. There was party congresses of the CUP, the Union and Progress Party, who organized the genocide. If there were Muslim killings by Armenians in this party congress, they made a report what the Armenian activities was. They made a list of the Armenian activities, 1960 Congress, 1917 Congress, 1918 Party Congress. And these events that they're mentioning there, the event that we know. This is one, this is Shebin Karahisar, this is Urfa, most of them resistance of the Armenians to the deportation.
Resistance to death.
I'm not done. One more thing I have to add. There is enough evidence that Teşkilat-ı Mahsusa units were put on the job to kill the Armenians. It is that we have enough testimonies and enough evidences. In 1919 in the trial, the generals gave these testimonies personally. And the governors gave these testimonies personally. They were not Armenians, they were Turkish governors, they were Turkish generals, and they said that Teşkilat-ı Mahsusa units implemented to kill the Armenians, and there were a lot of members of this Teşkilat-ı Mahsusa unit were sentenced by the military tribunal in Istanbul.
Let me get you, because I'm going to give you the last word. Did you have, in the minute we have left, a response to the professor?
Very quickly, simply to say that these are extended, difficult issues that should be discussed by historians, which I believe is why the Turkish government proposed that a neutral commission be set up to study this issue. Proposed that they would present scholars, the Armenians would present scholars, that all archives would be opened, that they would discuss this. So the Turkish government officially asked this. The Armenian government of Armenia refused, and the president of Armenia stated he did not wish to have a neutral commission because this was a political issue. Now that seems to me to indicate that all these statements probably are not very accurate about the Turks not wanting to come to the truth.
What about Professor Bellah?
I mean, the Turkish government's attack on this history is so well documented that it's a scandal in modern history, and what Professor McCarthy has said is absolutely not true. But let me just say this one final thing, is that if we're going to pretend to do history without assessing power and the meaning of power, and we're going to pretend that a stateless minority population, Christian minority population, unarmed, is somehow in a capacity to kill people in an aggressive way that is tantamount to war, civil war, that we're living in the realm of the absurd. Taking the basic Foucauldian notion of power here is just a basic understanding of history. Were there some Armenian resistances? Sure, as Professor Akçan has spoken, a little bit like the Warsaw Ghetto. People don't want to die as sheep. But I think what the documentary does so brilliantly is that it shows you the evolution of a culture of massacre against this Christian minority population that presented a problem to the Ottoman government, and how the evolution of this culture of massacre went from the Hamidian massacres of the 1890s to full-scale genocide in 1915.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you all very much for participating in this conversation. We've seen a very powerful film, and certainly understand that the issues that it raises continue to provide powerful discussion and perhaps instruction for the future. Thanks very much for being with us this afternoon. And we want to thank people watching at home for following the film and this conversation. I'm Scott Simon. Thank you.
This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.